What's up, y'all? I know I'm a little late, but headed to the spot now. Find me a nice little tree today. Well, not even fun. There's this tree that I like to be at. So, yeah, dog. Join me on this journey to the Monday magic tree. Yeah, how y'all doing today, man? I'm excited for this week's reading. I don't know what's really in store. Once again, I don't really have anything in mind. But yeah, I just know it's gonna be really dope. So yeah, bear with me. Yeah, what do you guys want to see more of, man? Should I do more of these? Like, I don't know, I found myself like, damn, it's almost Monday. So I'm wondering like, damn, if I should do more, or if I should just, get on here when I feel called to and, pull some cards, spend some time with y'all. But I don't know, I guess we'll see. But yeah, definitely don't be shy to let me know what y'all want. If y'all want specific type of readings, or I don't know, if there's anything that's going on in your life right now that you feel might be relevant to the collective. And I feel like if it's going on in your life, it's going to be relevant to the collective, because nothing happens in a vacuum. If you're experiencing it, there's somebody else who is probably also experiencing it, or something similar, or who just came out of something like that, and then they can offer some words or a perspective that you may not have. So yeah, just let me know. I'm with all of it. So yeah, Sersky. But no, I'm almost here. Damn, I'm here and I see it's kind of in a shadow, so I don't know. I guess we'll see if it works. Boom. Stepped on what is it called? Stepped on a stick. That bit flew up, it hit me. No, it's bueno. Oh, this is pretty straight. Boom. Bam. Don't mind me. I'm just excited. I shouldn't even be apologizing for that, but we grow. I'm sweating. Okay. Hello, y'all. Mark Pierre here again. Easy if you don't know me. KK if you know me too well. But yeah, it's nice to be here with y'all again. And I'm excited. I really want to just get right into it, to be honest. See what's in store. But yeah, happy new week, happy Monday. And yeah, it feels really good. Like today I woke up on some today is the day type energy, and that's really dope, because there's not every day I wake up like that. I always wake up expecting to have a good day. I always wake up, feeling like miracles are in store, or like I always feel like any day could be the day that a new manifestation comes in, some more magic comes in for me. I meet that one person where that changes everything, or that one person I didn't even know was coming that becomes super important to me in the rest of my journey. So, but today I don't know, it felt even like that times 10. So I don't know, I'm curious to see what comes out in today's reading, and I'm curious to see how the week goes and the rest of the day, especially once we get out of this container, because I'm sure it's going to elevate all of our days. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to Monday Magic, man. It's my goal for this to become your favorite day of the week, because Monday is my favorite day of the week. And I feel like when I changed my perspective on Mondays, it changed. My experience changed with Mondays. So I feel like everybody treats them, Monday, they just came off a weekend, now it's back to the BS. But Monday is also the day, like, everybody returns to work with fresh energy. Everybody returns out into the world with fresh energy off the weekend, So I feel like Mondays are usually charged. People are a little happy, and even if they're not happy to go back to work, like, they're not drained from being at work all week. So it's like the energy is different. They're outside with a smile on their face, and it's just dope. And I feel like I always feel the progress in a Monday. Like I feel the energy going somewhere. I feel the charge. I feel all of that on Mondays. So yeah, Mondays are my favorite days, and I feel like every Monday is like I jump up and I'm like, all right, let's go. What are we doing today? So I'm happy to be able to bring some of that energy to you guys. And yeah, it's my goal for Monday to become your favorite day of the week too, by choice, you know. It's always a choice. But right when I was about to say it's time. First out, the high priestess. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your visions. Pay attention to your inner world and what you're feeling. There's information trying to reach you. There's something being communicated. Also keep the balance. And the way to do that is to go within. Realize what's you and what's not you. I feel like we get out of balance and feel out of alignment when we're taking on too much of the outer world and making it our own when it's not necessarily ours. You know, other people's energy, other people's problems, concerns, what they feel like you should be doing, what they feel like you should be thinking about, what they feel like you should be worried about. I feel like that's when we get into, you know, sticky situations, and when we feel drained, when we feel all out of sorts and start to question what's going on, what are we doing, is because we're probably not balanced within ourselves, anchored into our own being, into our own essence. You know, you're feeling your boss's energy, your significant other's energy, your mom's energy, your brother's energy, you know. And if you get too lost in that, you're gonna feel all over the place, because they're different people, all destined to do different things, all called to do different things, feeling different things. So if your energy's all entangled in them and you don't know yourself from that, then yeah, you're gonna feel all mixed up and out of balance. But like I said last week, all that's just information. Like, damn, I feel all out of balance, I feel kind of scattered. All that tells you is go get balanced. You might need to meditate, you might need to go hoop, go dance, whatever you do that allows you to get into that flow to where you're not thinking, you're not feeling anything, you're just in the moment and you become one with the present moment. Go do that. That'll always tell you what's what, because in those moments you're not anybody else but yourself. And not even just the self you tell yourself you are, but your actual self. So yeah, there's something that's trying to reach you, but you won't hear it unless you restore the balance. Get back to you, get back to, you know, what's the word? Get back to default, like your default setting. When you clear your phone, it's like, oh, return to default settings, and it comes right out the box. Get back to that. And at your default, you're just energy, you're just a spirit, you're just love. So get back to that, do something you love, get into the flow, and whatever's trying to reach you will be able to reach you. Also, that came out the high priestess was the 6 of Cups. There's a divine gift coming. Not even coming. As soon as I said that, it was like an 8, like a correction. Like, no, okay, there's a divine gift here for you. Take it, accept it. Don't question it too hard. If it feels right, if your initial instinct was excitement, love, like good feelings, don't listen to the second thought that's like, wait, but what if, or oh wait, but are you sure? Like, don't listen to that. If your first feeling was love and light and excitement and you felt charged, go with that. Because, you know, your mind's gonna try to keep you safe, your mind, because it doesn't know what's going on, and it knows you regular, even if it's not something you're happy with, it's familiar, you know, it's a devil, you know. So your mind's gonna try to keep you safe. So trust that first feeling. Don't, because, you know, your intuition, all that's it's gonna be more subtle, it's gonna be first, more times than not. And then after that is, you know, the mind, it's the thinking, it's the response, and that's, you know, that's the part you don't necessarily always want to trust. Yes, it's good to think about things, but definitely trust your heart and trust your intuition for sure, because it tells you exactly what you need to know, but it won't speak again. Like, once you get all caught up in the mind, like, it's gonna be on you to get back to, okay, what do I really want to do? You're not gonna get that guidance again, because it already told you. You just gotta trust it and let it flow. But yeah, there's a divine gift, and understand that it may be scary, but look, I don't know if you guys can see the figure in the back, but you're being watched. It's okay. They got your back. So you can take it. You're protected. Understand that there are no wrong decisions, especially if they come from the heart, if they come from a whole place. It all only leads to more of yourself. And the more you can take that approach and understand that, the better. Because if you operate by there's a wrong decision, right decision, you're going to get that. That's going to be the truth. That's going to be your truth. So yeah, understand that there's only the decisions you make, and they're all going to lead you to everywhere you need to go. So trust it. Accept the divine gift. Understand that the divine is protecting you as well. They may not be right here like, oh, this is it, but understand that they're watching. Everything is going as it should. Trust it. I know you're still new on this journey. You're still trying to figure out what's you, what's your own stuff versus what's actually true, what's actually spirit, what's actually your guidance. But understand that this thing that's here for you, it's all good. Accept it. Understand that there's gonna be more of it. Understand that it leads to everything you want and been wanting. So yeah, I'm excited for you, for us, honestly. And yeah, when I pulled those cards, the wind kind of blew this card out. The Empress. I feel like Empress energy has been very important over the last few months. Understanding that you are deserving of everything that's here for you, of everything that you want. Understand that you don't have to prove that to the universe. You don't have to prove that to yourself. You don't have to prove that to mom and dad, or prove it to anybody for it to happen. Like, just the fact that you want it, just the fact that you're here, living this experience in this body, doing this thing, you're worthy automatically. So operate like that. It's easy to block yourself if you feel like it's this for that. Like, I did this, so I deserve this, or I didn't do that, so I don't deserve that. Because that's an illusion of this world, of this society, and not of this world, of this society. Because the world is a beautiful, perfect place in itself if we allow it to be. But yeah, understand that you are worthy no matter what, and that it's all yours. You can create and bring in everything you've ever wanted. For real, like, really believe that and understand that that's your birthright, and that's what you're here to do. So you are this Empress energy. Waterfalls, lush green grass. She's chilling. She's not in a position to protect herself from anything right now. Like, her feet she's barefoot in the ground. She got on her good clothes, sitting on her good chair, not even watching her back. Like, anything could come out that water. Oh, I'm pointing right there. Anything could come out that water. Anything, like, she's not sitting there on the edge, not watching her back, protecting herself. Look at her. She's chilling. She understands who she is. She understands her power. She understands that this is her world. And that doesn't mean she's at the center of the universe and it's nobody else's world. Like, no, it's all of our worlds. And our realities are our own. So this is your world. This is my world. This is his world. This is her world. Understand that and operate like that. Threes might be significant. I feel like I never really get called down here, but yeah, 3 might be important to you. Might be your favorite number, or something might be about to happen in threes in alignment to what we were just talking about. But hey, threes, pay attention to threes. Oh, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the current timer too. So yeah, that's confirmation that, yeah, pay attention to threes. And you probably already know what it is from when I first said it, but I was trying to, flesh it out. Being human, trying to control the message and make sure it reaches. But I'm sure you got it. But yeah, let's see what else. What else do we need to know for this week? Thank you guys for being here again. Yeah, I don't know, I'm excited to see where these go. I know the collective's gonna get bigger and bigger. The messages are probably get more and more powerful. And yeah, I'm just here for the long haul. So it's exciting to think about like what's in store for us, because I know so much. Can I predict your future? I won't say I can predict your future. Tarot, I can give you a trajectory based on like your current energies, but that being said, even once you hear what I say, you can go out and change everything. That could change everything. In this moment, I can tell you exactly what the current energies are, where your trajectory is going, and the things that are in store as if you continue on this exact same path. But like I said, if I tell you this and you're like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go fuck shit up, and you go fuck shit up, and then you say, oh, everything didn't happen how you said it would, then you changed everything, But yeah, so I feel like, short answer, yes, can't predict your future. Long answer, no, because the future is always changing. You always have the power to change it. So just because I tell you something, it may not happen because you just decided you didn't want it to happen, whether consciously, energetically, subconsciously, or whatever. So thank you for the question, though. And hi, Moonflower Child. I love that name. Let's see what's on the bottom. Five of Swords is on the bottom. Subconscious energy is how I usually read the bottom, like energy that may not be in your awareness, but that is impacting, the present. You're coming off a long journey. It wasn't an easy journey. It was a bit of a war, but you made it through. And be proud of that. Be proud of you conquering everything you've conquered and everything you brought with you, And just because you brought it with you doesn't mean you have to continue to bring it with you. You see these swords on them, they got to this point, but he's not carrying them anymore. He dropped them. He's taking the ones that he needs, the ones that he feels like are in alignment to where he's going, and he's leaving the rest. They may have been important at one point, but they're not anymore. They helped you get to where you were going, but that doesn't mean they have to keep going with you. So acknowledge your journey, acknowledge where you've been, but don't get lost in it. And don't feel like you owe anybody anything or you owe your past self anything, because you don't. Just be your best self and continue to keep the things with you that allow you to be that. And understand that there's people ahead of you, like maybe not even physical people, but your spirit team, your guides, your ancestors. They're leading the way. So you can look back a little bit. You can kind of take in where you've been, but understand you got to keep going forward. Forward is the way. So yeah, that's the subconscious energy. So tap in. Like, think about like, damn, where am I coming from? Like, well, how is that impacting me right now? Is it all positive? Is some of it negative? Could I go without a little bit of it? And yeah, you may not find anything, but sitting down and going within and reflecting, never a bad thing. It'll only lead you to more of yourself. So yeah. Page of Cups. Pour into yourself. This week, there's going to be things sent to fill your cup, but you have to accept them. You have free will. No one can force you to take even the good things. So it's like, they're going to find you. Things that are very emotionally fulfilling will find you. But it's on you to accept them. It's on you to recognize them and to allow them to fill your cup up. And you deserve that. So don't overthink it. Don't second guess it. Like I said earlier, there's divine blessings on the way. You got to let them in. You have to trust. And even if even if it's a person, they end up rocking your world, or they end up being really, not a good person or whatever, in the end, understand that there was something that you needed to learn, and that's why you attracted them in. Even if it's just self-love, sometimes, if I was watching a video and it's like, you think if you ask for faith, or for, what is it? Essentially, if you think if you ask for love, that God's going to just send you love, or do you think God's going to send you opportunities to love? If you ask for courage, is the universe just going to send you courage? Like, here, upload, now you just got an update and now you're courageous? Or is he going to send you opportunities to be courageous, opportunities to refine that courage, to realize that you are courageous? Because you are. You're everything that you want to be. You just have to realize it and choose that and allow yourself to be. Because, we are the stories that we tell ourselves. So, yeah, you have to accept the things that you're asking for. They'll find you. You may not be able to might not be like, hey, this is exactly what you asked for. It's not going to say that. But you have to have the discernment and the trust to know that, and to not self-sabotage, and to allow good things to come in, because they're here. Put your cup out. The universe is pouring. It's making it rain right now. You just got to catch it, accept it, and know that it's for you, because it is. So. And yeah, it's dope doing these readings, because I feel like, yes, it's definitely for the collective, but understand that I'm also part of the collective, So I'm always taking away things from these readings as well. Yeah, everybody can have a reading, y'all. It's definitely a collective reading. This is for all of us right now. Picking up all of your energies. People who aren't even watching it yet, we're going to watch later, like, their energies are here too. So understand that this is all for you. Ace of Wands, you're being granted an opportunity. I feel like you being here is a part of that. Like, understanding that, yes, there are things for you, and that, yes, you can trust these things. Like, you're in alignment to receive these messages. I know it's easy to get lost in the mind and feel like, like it's coincidence, but there are no coincidences. You're being presented an opportunity to take an action, to go get it, to bring in everything you've ever wanted. You've been asking for a lot, but understand that, though, yes, it'll be provided, everything will be, the stage will be set, but at the end, the last steps are yours to make. It's on you to do your part, to ground it in, to accept it. Like I said, you may not just necessarily just wake up and your life's different, but you might wake up and boom, there's an opportunity there that's kind of in alignment, that's kind of exciting, kind of scary, that may seem, like random, but it's not. You accept it, you show up, and then boom, it leads to that next thing that changes everything. You're like, whoa, like I didn't even know that was possible. It's like, yeah, but that starts with you taking the action, with you showing up. Showing up is the most important part. Like, I'm feeling called to share this, but like even with the gym, there was right now haven't been too on top of it, but there was a point where I was like really like trying to be in the gym, and for me it was like showing up is the hardest part, always the hardest part, because like actually getting yourself to go, because once you get there, I feel like that part's always easy once you show up, even if the workout's not too good or whatever. But like getting through it, like actually doing the workout is not harder than showing up, in my experience. I feel like once I got around to be like, all right, I'm going, everything after that was kind of simpler. It was always hard to go, like, because there's a million reasons not to go. Like, why do I look good, I feel like it's always been a choice. Like, I just want to kind of, be my best self, so I'm here. So it's like easy to be like, I'm tired, I don't want to go, or I'm cool, I don't want to go. But every time I show up, like, the workout's not harder than getting there. So show up. That's all you're being asked to do. The rest has been done. You've asked for a lot. Do the last part. The universe did everything. God did everything. All you have to do is take the swan and go do exactly what you feel called to do. And it's in alignment to what you're asking for. So go do it. Go get it. Determination, exactly. You got to be determined. You have to be focused. And you have to be serious. You have to be serious about what you're asking for and what you want. Because it's serious about you. And you just have to be in alignment. And you are in alignment. But the last part is just showing up and doing your part. And the rest will happen. So on the bottom of the deck, you got 4 of Pentacles and the Devil. So for me, it's like, don't be too stubborn. Don't be too stuck in your ways. Like, if you're hearing this right now, you're like, that's not real. No, things like that don't happen for me. Like, understand that. Think about how many things had to align for you to even be here, for us to be here in this exact moment. Like, just a short list of things that had to happen. I woke up when I did. I got on here when I did. Well, even further than that, I had to go to sleep at a certain time to not be asleep during this time, because I go to sleep late. And I set an alarm to be up, to even be here right now. I made it to the alarm. I didn't sleep through it. You think about what you had to do today and all the things that led to this exact moment for you to be here right now. And you're saying that that's a coincidence that you're receiving these messages right now? How is that possible? Because there's a lot of things. I feel like the odds are much more higher of us not even being in this moment, of something happening that pulled me away to where I got here a little later, to where we just missed each other, but it didn't. Everything happened exactly how it did for you to be here right now. So allow that to take kind of your defenses down a little bit. Hear what I'm saying. Understand that something brought you to this moment and that there's something here for you. There is. So don't be too stubborn. And I feel like that's what the devil is saying. Like, we're our own devils. You being stuck in your ways will block you from a lot of the blessings that are here for you. Because this reading is a blessing. Our meeting is a blessing. Us exchanging energy right now is a miracle, for sure, in every sense of the word. Because like I said, a lot of things had to happen. And I was just talking about yesterday and today. Think about life. Like, my life had to go a lot of ways for me to even be here. I wasn't born during tarot. I wasn't born, reading energy on Twitch. Like, so think about how many things in my life had to happen exactly how they did over 28 years. And then think about your life and how many things had to happen exactly how they did over however many years you've been alive. And understand that all that led to this exact moment. How could you say that's coincidence? So much little things could have been different to where we wouldn't be here, like I said. So if you're having a little bit of doubt, that's okay, because have a little discernment. You don't want to just take on everything as true. But understand, like, odds were not in our favor to be here. So understand that this was not coincidence. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So, open your heart. You see that the pinnacle is covering his heart, covering his everything, his core. Don't block yourself off. That's the devil energy. That's you being your own devil. Hey, listen a little bit. What's the worst that could happen? You listen to a message that's saying nothing but great things, that's saying how powerful you are and how much of abundance is here for you, how many miracles are on the way. What's the worst that could happen? You're not going to end up worse off from believing that. So, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Go within. Like I said, you can find your own truths. You can go meditate You can go journal, go, explore your inner world and see what conclusions you come to. And I'm pretty confident that you'll come to the same conclusions. I'm just telling you because you're ready to hear it. You may not be able to hear yourself completely right now, so it might have taken an external thing to kind of tell you, but hey, it's a journey, You only get one life, exactly. Take chances, make mistakes, live, exactly. Because what's the worst that can happen? It's only going to lead to more of you, especially if you're leading by the heart, especially if you're just doing what you love, what you feel called to do. Hey, that's a way to live a life you won't regret. No matter what happens, it was you, and you didn't make a bunch of decisions for anybody else. Because at the end, if all you do is make decisions for somebody else and you don't end up where you wanted to end up, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna be like, wow, like there's nothing to show for it. Because they're all living their lives. They're not, they're gonna be okay. And at the end, you're gonna have to pick up the pieces at some point. So choose now. Choose yourself now. Trust yourself now. You won't regret a single thing. I promise. Let's pull a couple more cards. So this is good. This is a very different reading than last week. Because I always think, I'm like, dang, because last week I was on for 37 minutes. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be repeating messages or something. Or like, I don't know. I feel like I said so much last week. But here I am, a completely different reading. There's always more energy. There's always different energy. So this is exciting. And thank you guys for being here. Nine of Wands. Stand your ground. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you, Mordecai. You're dope. And I don't know if you've seen regular show, but Mordecai is one of my favorite cartoon characters ever, and he's on that show. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. I'm very jealous because there's not too many things that I feel like when there's things that I love so much and someone hasn't experienced it, that's so exciting because it's like, damn, like what I would do to be able to experience it for the first time, or that there's so much magic in store for them, they have no idea. Like that shit's dope. So hell yeah, and you're hip. Yeah, regular show is everything. I'm gonna go rewatch it. Thank you for that. But yeah, Nine of Wands. Stand your ground. You are who you think you are. You are who you know yourself to be. No one can tell you anything else. Especially when it comes from a deep knowing, like not something that's just in the mind, something that you think about that but something that's in the heart, like that's in your body, like it resonates with you at a different level. Something that you keep coming back to, even when you try to go somewhere else. Like it's like, damn, like I keep getting this tug. Trust that. If someone's trying to make you doubt, they can't see your vision. It's not for them to see. It's not their fault. I'm not saying, F them people or like get them out of here. Like no, because at the end of the day, every time someone pushes you in a direction that's not your own, it's just an opportunity to stand your ground, to strengthen your will and your determination and your belief in yourself, because you have to stand on it. You have no choice, but you owe it to yourself. So whenever people are pushing you in a way or trying to make you do something else, especially when it's just out of concern and them really just wanting the best for you and what they think is the best for you, give them some grace and thank them. Maybe you don't have to thank them out loud, but like energetically and in yourself, thank them for the opportunity to kind of, like I said, strengthen your foundations to allow you to understand, like, damn, like, nah, I do know what's up. Because those are reminders that, damn, like, I really do know what's up. Like, I don't have to. Yeah, some people do plot on the downfall of others. So it's like, you can't give them too much credit anyway. Like, trust yourself. At the end of the day, you can listen to opinion, you can take it in, you can know whatever. But understand that at the end of the day, you have to live with your decisions. Like, if they care enough to interact with you, then you must be doing something. Interject with you, then you must be doing something right. Yeah, for sure. And something powerful, because they feel it and it's impacting them. And impact is important. Impact is an indicator of the size of something you're doing, Because if there's no impact and nobody cares and there's nobody being affected, like, you might not be doing something big enough. Because everything you're doing should impact the collective. It should impact somebody else in a positive way, I would hope. But yeah, they should be impacted if it's something grand, if it's something big enough. And I feel like we're all really, really big. And I feel like a lot of us tricked ourselves or allowed ourselves to be tricked into thinking we're small, and we're not. So yeah, the fact that someone even has an opinion or feels like they have to tell you something, or you're definitely doing something right, because you're impacting them. And impact is very important, especially when you can refine it and be more intentional with your impact. Yeah, that's your power right there. So I think I'm gonna pull like 2 more cards, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. But this reading has been really, really dope. Very, very different. I feel like it's a very different reading than any reading I've ever gotten. And yeah, I feel like that's been, since I've started doing these collective readings, it's interesting how the energy is a little different than my own personal readings or readings I've done for friends and things like that. And just goes to show, like, yeah, like, it is a collective reading. Like, this is the energies for other people as well as myself, and not just only me. So, hell yeah, Mordecai. I really appreciate you. I hope you understand how special you are, and yeah, how much is in store for you. Because I don't know, the fact that you resonate with me and what I'm saying, like, just goes to show, like, exactly who you are. Because I know who I am, and I feel like, in my experience, I don't know, especially in, like, you know, real life and in physical existence, I feel like the people who get attracted in and make it into my orbit at this point, right now, I don't know, they always feel very big and like destined to do great things, even when they don't know it yet. So I'm excited to see what you do. I'm excited to be a part of your journey, and I know it's going to be a great one, and I hope you know that too, because it is. But, oh, the magician. This is us. It's all at our disposal. We're able to create reality however we want to. However we feel like it should be, we're able to do that. Your visions are on you to bring in. This world, this experience is very magical. Don't believe anything that tries to teach you that it's not. Most of our experience is the unseen. Like, yeah, all this, the trees, the physical world and all that, think about that. All of it is results. Like, the chair you sit in was created by somebody. It existed in the mind, in the body, and the soul before it became an actual chair, before somebody actually was like, you know what, I have to make that chair, and made it. That car you drive was in somebody's mind, in somebody's soul, was just energetic at some point. And then until somebody you know was like, you know what, I gotta make this, and then they did it. So understand that this world is magic. Like, all of it was created. So it's like, you can create. It's your job to create. We're all here as creators. I know everybody believes different things, but say Christianity, for example, they say we're made in God's image. God is a creator, first things first. God is a lover and God is a creator. So why would you think you're not creative if you believe that you're made in God's image? You're a creator as well. Like, that's at our core. We're here to create, and we're here to love. Create and share. I feel like sharing is the last part of creation. Like, we're, you know, create and then hoard it for yourself or keep it away tucked because you don't think it's ready. Like, you created it. If you don't share, I feel like you're not done with the creation process, because at the end of it all, like, the universe, God, and everything didn't create all this and keep it to themselves. They shared it with us. We're allowed to experience it all. We're allowed to enjoy it all and create off of it and make our own things. So understand that you are this magician. You are a creator. And if someone's saying, oh, I'm not creative, understand that you are. You just have to zoom out and change your understanding of what creation is. Do you know how to cook? That's creativity right there. Like, you're making decisions, especially if you don't use recipes. Because you're like, okay, a little more of this, a little less of that. Let me add this. That's creation. So you are creative. If you're good at planning a schedule for the week and, you know, like, you're very organized, that's creative right there. Because there's nobody telling you have to do this at this time or keep this certain order. But you're able to, in your mind, put together, okay, like, if I do this at this time and then I leave room for this at this time, that'll be perfect because of this. Like, yo, that's creativity right there. So zoom out. Think about where you're creative that you may not even see it as being creative. Like, getting dressed every day, putting clothes on. Like, if you sit there and get compliments on your clothes, that's creative. And even if you don't, like, the fact that you're able to do that, that's creative. And that's creative choice. Anything where there's no right or wrong is just like a feeling, and you're just how you feel like putting things together. That's creation. So you're a magician. Zoom out. If you don't feel like you're a magician, if you don't feel like you're a creator, zoom out. I promise you, you're missing something. And once you reconnect with that creator inside, that magician inside, you'll be able to get back in alignment. You'll be able to create your life how you want to, because this life is just creation. Every day you're creating your story. Think about it. If this was a movie, what would you do next? What would you be hoping the character in your life did next? If you were the main character in the movie you were watching, what are the things you'd be screaming at the TV? Would you be like, oh my God, like, I know way he just did that? Or you'd be like, yes, exactly. Like, and that I try to think about that sometimes and zoom out. Like, yo, in the movie of my life, like, what would I be hoping I did next? Or what would it be like, yo, all you have to do is this. Like, what is that? Do that. See where it goes. At the end of the day, you're creating your story every day. We write all our own stories, exactly. So take control of your story and understand that it is that deep, and your story is made in every day. The little decisions, the moments every day, they're not happening in big chunks at a time, because your tomorrow is different because of decisions you made today. So make one better decision today. Make one different decision today. If you usually go this way, go that way on your way to work and see what happens. You never know. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe that's the lesson. Like, wow, like I came this way, I still got there on time. It was still like, I don't have to do the same thing every day. Even if I feel like it's the best way, switch it up. Because if you change something, you'll attract something different too. The best way to change your life is to change your life, change your decisions. Changing small things will lead to the big things. So just get in the habit of change, get in the habit of being intentional with your decisions. 4 swords at the bottom. You've been in a period of rest. Maybe it hasn't even been a rest. Maybe you've been just feeling stuck. But hell yeah, falling into something new could be beautiful. That's exactly where I was going. It's time to get up. These swords are gone. There's no point in thinking about the past battles. There's no point in thinking about, how hard things have been. It's time to pick up your new sword. It's time. This is it. The final showdown between you and everything you want, everywhere you're going. It's time to get up. It's waiting for you. Whenever you're ready, honestly, it's time. It's ready now, but understand, like, don't force it. If you don't, maybe this reading is just for you to kind of get used to that feeling, to understand it, and then go back and kind of see how things are going, and then go. I'm not saying get up right now and go. If that's what you feel called to do, definitely. But this might be like just kind of the last message. Oh yeah, swiped. How do I? Yeah, hell yeah. But thank her for that though as well. Understand that coming back strong and healing, you're gonna be more of yourself than you were before. Like, even though she fucked your life up, for sure. I believe that she did just that. I have exes too. But understand, I do know that every time after that, I become more of myself. I know more of what I want and what I don't want, and what I will accept and what I will not accept in the future. I feel like that's always made the next relationship better. It's made me better. And yeah, in the end, I